Hello, Nissan Skyline GTR fans. So, my favorite Japanese car, I'm pretty sure, is the classic Hakosuka Skyline, the very first Nissan GTR. Okay, so these are deformed versions, of course, if you're totally new to my channel. These are called Drive Town cars. They've been listed as two different brands. I picked this one, is obviously up loose. So TTC is one way to look it up. You can see this is from 2001. You can also see a giant chunk of tire missing, which is sad. So the other one is called Maruka. I think all the new packaging is called Maruka. I put both in the title, of course. You can just search the internet. They seem to be mainly sold just in the Japanese market, so you have to probably hop on eBay like I did to get these things. All right. So let's just look. Here's a street version of this car. Comes with stamped steel wheels, fender mirrors, and you can see this toy does have it. Very neat. Got some red paint in the tail lights. The fender flare is only in the back. Alright, we'll get to the race one later because that thing's going to be cooler, I think. So, focus. I'm trying to focus here on the paint, but it is metallic. Now this paint, I'm pretty sure, is actually metallic molded plastic. I could be wrong, it might be painted. It's hard to say, but I get the impression from the other ones that I have, they're metallic, that these flakes are actually in the plastic, but I might be mistaken again. Alright, well, one way to check maybe, I'd have to take it apart, see what the underside looks like. If it looks totally identical, then it's logical that it would be molded in. I don't know, I mess with this one though. Alright, so I guess we'll just continue on the bottom here. So it tells you, it's a GTR and the chassis code. What's weird is it doesn't say Nissan or Skyline or anything like that. Alright, and then you see there's two screws up front, there's two screws way down in there holding this together. The tire treads are nice, minus the chunk that was missing. And pretty thick axles. These are pullback toys, that's what that little white thing is indicating. There's like a spring motor. And so you can see it's got a much taller rear tire, kind of like Hot Wheels does. The tread blocks aren't too bad, from the side. They don't look like off-road truck tires, right? But they are quite gappy. Although actually for the street car, this gappiness actually is kind of realistic. Maybe it could be a little bit lower. But for the race car, oh, well, we'll get to that later. Okay, we have a raised lock and door handle sticking out there. Painted silver, of course. The Skyline here looks pretty nice. I'm trying to focus on that. There we go. And I think that might say GT. I don't know if it says GTR, but I can't make it out. This marker is quite raised, painted orange. Back here we have that silver accent, whatever it is on the real car, I don't know. And then we also have this badge here, but unfortunately there's no S. Now the windows are totally blacked out, but you do have raised molding, even the little hinge here. I think these might be pop-out windows. I kind of feel like this is all one piece of plastic and they might have painted all this black. I don't think it's a separate piece because the black actually goes on the horizontal surface here and then up the windshield, so I think it's paint. Again, could be wrong. I don't make these things, I just buy them. Alright, so it seems like that on these many Skyline from this brand, they don't paint the bumpers. These should be chrome bumpers. I noticed that on my Ken Mary Skylines. The bumpers aren't painted silver. Same here, right? It's just body colored, which is totally unrealistic. What is nice is it has, something in the license plate area. It's got the bolt heads there. It's got little bolt head recesses for the turn signals, which are clear white on the real car, or clear plastic on the real car. So that's actually nice. Some recesses, and no, I don't think there's any paint in there, but it looks dark, so it's okay. But this middle of the grill is definitely painted black, and then you have the silver surround. And then you can see the headlights look great. They have the ribbing to make them look like Fresnel lenses or whatnot, or whatever you call that on the old headlights. It's on the outside though, it's not on the inside. And then the GTR, you can obviously see is quite legible. I do believe the GTR is supposed to be red color though, but you could Sharpie that if you're really careful. Alright, I thought for a moment there was silver right here, but it's not, it's just so bright. Anyways, the fender mirrors are nice, it's just that they're kind of like a rigid plastic. So I would be careful, you know, don't want to throw this into a toy box. These will probably snap off. Alright. Nice rigid ribbing in here. And then the wiper blades are raised. Yeah, and they got the paint on them down there. Nice GTR here. Oh, maybe the R is supposed to be red, obviously, because, well, it's just open here. Alright, this side is a mirror image, it looks like. Oh, yeah, the fuel filler's up top, that's what. There's a bump here. The panel gaps are nice and tight because it's a plastic body. This wing is a separate piece, a little air going under there. And then nice Skyline printed here. The Nissan up there is good. Nice license plate. Bolt heads again. A little lock here, but no silver paint on that lock head. But nice to see silver around the red here for the taillights, and then the GTR is raised as well. Two little dimples. I'm not sure what those are. I don't even see them on the rear photo, but oh well. And I think these might be the backup lights. They're clear lenses on the photograph. And you got the little dimples for the screw heads. And then you have a little black on the exhaust tips, but sadly the exhaust is not painted silver or anything like that. It's funny how that carries across to the other part. Okay, well anyways, they're toys, right? These are literally meant to be played with by kids, slamming into walls. So actually, maybe these mirrors are more durable than I think, because they're meant for kids. Alright, now the star of the show, and this is the racing version. So you can clearly see number 15 is a real race car. I forget which one. There was like 3 colors. There's a red stripe, a green stripe, and a blue stripe. And one of them was really successful, if not all 3. Could be this one. I have some Kyosho reviews. Maybe it is this one. Takahashi is the name. Alright, anyways, the original packaging is gone. But it's nice that whoever owned this before kept this, and I assume you can just buy these after the fact. This is key. You can see it's quite yellowed. So how old is this one? Yeah, that also says 2001. Alright, same bottom. Are these treads identical? Yeah, tires are identical. Alright, makes sense. Same year. Alright, so now look at these photos. You can see it looks like a white car and all, but the white of the 15 is actually a lot whiter than the rest of the car. It threw me off, you know. I do believe this is extremely yellowed. I mean, I have a suspicion this was sitting in a window. It would be really odd for them to choose this color. Although I have seen on my 2000 GT, that's a very yellowed car, but I thought that was maybe because they wanted to sell a second white version. Alright, well anyways, let's see what differences are going on here. So the first one is obviously the wheels. We have the Watanabe type wheels here, but the spokes are very thin. It's kind of weird why they would mold those so thin, especially on a kid's toy. But the real wheels have much thicker spokes. Anyways, the 4 lug nuts look good, and the center cap, different colors, nice. I didn't even mention the tires are nicely rounded, like they're ballooning out, you know, holding air. Sadly, the tread on this one looks a little bit gnarly. You know, it doesn't look like a race car. This thing should be running slicks. Alright, but now we have some nice sponsorship. A real sponsorship, right? Those spark plugs. They didn't put any paint there. Yeah, the real car doesn't have that thing on there. And then that, I don't know what that is, but it's on the real photo. Same here, this is Skyline. Then that's molded in. The 15 looks pretty good. I don't know what that green, if it's legible. I don't think it is. Well, maybe you can see it. I'm looking through a mobile phone screen. And then, yeah, same old molding there. No paint there. Makes sense. Oh, but now we have a different piece here. This, I'm just wondering if it's... No, it's molded in. So this is a different mold. So it looks like this is a whole different piece down here, right? There's a parting line. They painted that blue. So just looking at the construction of this, but this looks like it's all one piece. See how there's no crease here going across the fender. So it is a totally different mold they made for this. I guess they had to because the thing doesn't have round headlights as the covers. So yeah, the dimples there. This time this does look like it has black paint, or maybe it's the black back there. The oil cooler there looks good. Is it a little black there? I don't know. I'm not sure if I see that in the photographs. But I like how they got the lines going there. Good enough, I guess, for the brake you gotta consider. And then, yeah, clearly no crosshatch grill. Maybe that's just a raw frame or something. Oh, but what's going on in here? No, there is a grill texture, but way back there. Huh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, so the Tampo printing is not a decal. It's looking alright, although a little bit too much blue there. But the circle is very round, you know. The 15 is very crisp. Generally crisp printing all around, looking good. Nice thin gaps again. These wiper blades are much more visible. I don't know if... I have a feeling it's because these are matte black. The other one? Clearly gloss black. Yeah, so that's a shame they don't matte black these. So this is much better. Okay, so yeah, this is a real race car driver. I don't know what his first name was though. A little bit of gunk. Oh, thankfully it came. No, never mind. Oh, it did come off. All right, so that's great there. Right here, any blemishes? Hopefully not. All right, looks good. Now this is different. I wonder what this is. I don't have a rear photo. I don't know if this is clamping the window down or something. You know, leave a comment if you can guess what why would they clamp a white tube to this thing? I don't know, it's odd. Alright, anyways, there's a little silver on this bump. I didn't see that on the other one, did I? No, I did not. Okay, so yeah, the striping is alright. Looks like they did a double process, a big stripe in the middle, and you can see a little bit of the thin stripes on top of it. Okay, so the wing is blue, looking good. And then, well, these are lame. What is up with these taillights? Is that, I don't know. I mean, they're molded totally weak, but maybe that's the way the real race car looks. I don't know. I can't remember my Kyosho review. It was like 2 years ago. But yeah, they molded that for a reason. That's all I can say. There's a little strap holding the trunk down, and then they got this thing. I don't know what that is either. The exhausts are kind of lame. There's not even black paint there. Oh, but maybe it didn't even have an exhaust here, the race car. These are the things that hold the bumper on. So this is a bumperless car. The front, same thing. There's no bumper. So, okay. Huh. Quite different. I didn't expect that. I thought it was just going to be this with this livery on it. And actually, no, I guess I thought this was maybe swapped out. I wasn't really paying attention when I looked at the... I don't review stuff when I buy stuff at eBay. It just kind of shows up and then I review it. If I didn't review this, I wouldn't notice such details. That's partially why I do these reviews. Alright. So I got sick of the little solar coasters being garbage, so I made my own little manual spin coaster. Anyways, it still actually smells from paint. So we'll pop these on here. Maybe I'll have them face 2 different directions. But also, here's the Kenmeri. Now see this, if you look at the metal flake on this, I'm quite positive it's part of the plastic. Right? It's just something about it. It's not all on the surface. Like it looks kind of weird there. But it's because those flakes are like down in the plastic, I think. Yeah, anyways, it's still pretty cool looking. I like it. And then here's that 2000 GT, which in all photographs it's a stark white car, but this is again a metallic and it's a very ivory color. See, look at the white of the numbers and look how yellowed this is. So it is possible they just actually chose to make this really yellowish, right? I don't know. Maybe they released this twice. Maybe the first one was a lighter color and they made this one darker, you know, for just keep the collectability, never releasing the same thing twice kind of thing, which I'm not really a fan of. I think people should just make as much as they want that they can sell. Collectability kind of generates greed in children, I think, and adults, obviously. Alright, well, here we go. Yeah. I don't have... This is a temporary booth, in case you haven't picked up on it. So I don't have my electric spin things. I'm not sure if I want to buy one. I'll just leave it here either. Alright, so there's that. So let's let these things go for a spin. There, you won't see my finger. And pretend I'm spinning that smoothly. Yeah, This thing's got a bunch of loud ball bearings in it. Anyways, you get the gist. If you like cartoon cars and you don't mind larger ones, Drive Town. They definitely have a nice quality to them, but obviously they're not like high-end resins with so many different parts and whatnot. These are literally toys meant to run into walls. But I just like different forms of deformation, and I also like the fact that because they don't look realistic, I'm not as nitpicky as with my realistic model reviews. Thank you for watching. See you later.